Hello, all. Today we will be uncovering how to worship God in spirit and in truth. I have created this soulful guide for anyone tired of performance-based praise and ready to worship like their soul means it. Let's be real. Worship isn't about singing the loudest or knowing all the lyrics. It's not about perfect posture, polished prayers, or pretending you're not thinking about lunch during the third chorus. Worship is deeper. It's messier, it's sacred, and it's surprisingly freeing when you stop trying to do it right and start doing it real. Jesus said it best. True worshipers will worship the Father in spirit and in truth. John 4:23-24. But what does that actually mean? And how do we do it without turning it into a spiritual performance review? Worship in spirit equals heart over hype. Worshiping in spirit means showing up with your whole being, not just your voice, but your vulnerability. It's not about volume. It's about presence. You can worship in your car, in your kitchen, or in your pajamas. You can worship with tears, laughter, silence, or a dance that looks suspiciously like stretching. You don't need a stage. You need to surrender. Spirit-led worship is like soul yoga. You stretch into honesty, breathe into grace, and release the need to impress the Most High because, spoiler alert, He's already impressed by your existence. Worship in truth equals no more spiritual filters. Truth-based worship means you stop pretending. You stop editing your prayers like you're submitting them for approval. You stop saying, "I'm fine," when your spirit is clearly throwing a tantrum. Truth says, "God, I'm tired. God, I'm grateful. God, I'm confused, but still showing up." Worship in truth is raw. It's real. It is the kind of prayer that doesn't need punctuation because it is coming straight from your gut. If worship were a social media post, spirit would be the caption and truth would be the unfiltered photo. No makeup, no lighting. Just you and the Most High vibing in the sacred mess. How to start worshiping in spirit and truth. Talk to the Most High like you talk to your best friend with reverence, but also realness. Sing if you want. Whisper if you need. Cry if it helps. Don't wait for Sunday. Worship is a lifestyle, not a location. Let your worship reflect your season. Joyful, grieving, confused. The Most High can handle it. Worshipping in spirit and truth isn't about getting it perfect. It's about getting it personal. It's the sacred space where your soul meets God's grace, where your truth is safe, where your spirit is seen. So go ahead. Worship like your heart's on fire and your filters are off. That's where the real connection begins. Worship comes in the darkness too. Let us not pretend worship only happens when the sun is shining and the coffee hits just right. Sometimes worship shows up in the middle of the night when your heart is heavy and your hope feels like it's on life support. Sometimes worship is a whisper through tears. Sometimes it's a sigh that says, "I'm still here, God." Sometimes it's just showing up, no words, no music, just presence. Worship in the dark is holy. It's not less than. It's not broken. It's raw, real, and radiant in its own quiet way. If worship in the light is a praise dance, then worship in the dark is a spiritual crawl, still moving, still sacred, just with a little more mascara running. The Most High doesn't need your perfection. He welcomes your presence. He's not waiting for you to get it together. He's already sitting with you in the mess saying, "This counts too." Affirmation for spirit and truth worship. I show up to the Most High with my whole heart and my honest mess. I worship not to impress, but to connect. My spirit is open, my truth is welcome, and my praise is real even when it's whispered through tears or danced in joy. I am free to worship with boldness, brokenness, and beauty. Need more help? Check out the pros, healers, and spiritualists. Thanks for watching. DPC.